Hey everyone and welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'm from Clovis, California. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday evening. I have an awesome project for you. It is going to be our bonus project from my Elegant Pines Snowflake class. I do still have some kits available. At the end, I will show you the kits. They are getting ready to ship out to everyone. Let me see here. I'm going to get everybody in my chat tomorrow. So they're all packaged and ready. You know me. I'm going to do the bonus project first to make sure that there's no issues with it. I didn't forget anything in the packages. And then it is ready to go. So I will be sending out the PDF this evening with the video links for you. So you'll have that and the packages will go in the mail tomorrow. That being said, the project I'm doing today, you're going to see how much paper I'm using on this project. That being said, I have a few extras that can go out tomorrow if you purchase tonight that are ready to go because I made a few up extra. And then I have a few kits after that I could still cut the main part. You'll see the little bits are all done, but the big parts with a lot of the paper, I'll just need to do per order because I didn't want to cut up all that paper and then end up having some kits left over. So anyway, that is kind of what's going on there. So I'm excited to say that the class is ready to go. So let's jump to some quick announcements. Hi, everybody. Hi, Judy, Rose, Margie, hello, Deborah, Glenda, Lisa, Marva, Gloria, Carrie, Deb, Myra. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Okay. See, now I'm getting those glasses advertisement popping up on me. Let me see. Somebody asked a question. Let's get that music started. Oh, so speaking of music, remember I had issue with my music and they were not monetizing my videos. I got that all figured out. So we are all good to go now. Yay. Let's see. Hi, Gwen, Susan. Hi, Carol, Julie. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Margie. I really like wearing red. I just don't wear it that often. It was our school, one of the kids' school colors. So I used to wear it quite a bit. But it's Christmas time. I'm doing a Christmas project. So, of course, got to do red. Hello from the North Shore of Lake Erie. How are you, Nancy? Hi, Melody, Carla, Debbie, and Barb. Welcome, welcome. Teresa, hi. I think I might have missed your name. So welcome, everybody. I am excited to get started. So let's jump into some quick things here. So last video, I mentioned that I still have, I think I had 6 or 8 September bingos left. I have a couple left, I think. So if you're still interested in the September bingo, I'm going to leave the link below on this video also, but it'll be gone on Wednesday. So I'll take it down. But there's still a couple left if you're interested. October bingo is the 22nd. It is going to be a great video. It's going to be all holiday theme. Right now I have 3 Christmas and 1 fall card prepped for that. So I have another card to create, but those are what I have so far. The Elegant Pines, like I said, if you buy the suite from me, the class is free, but you still need to register. I need to see that register information because that is what makes me look at your order so that I know, okay, they bought it and registered, they want the class. If you order, I don't always go in and look and see what you ordered. So sometimes I like to do that because then I kind of see, oh, okay, I'm going to create with this or that because I have customers buying this or that. But so you really kind of need to register so I know. Also, it's a great backup way for me to make sure I don't miss putting your payment on my list of class attendees. All right. The Advent calendar is for sale, and I am super excited about that. I did mention I will be opening it. So I'm deciding on doing a private video link, which If you want to see it, message me and I can, send you the link for it or what. I just don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I want to open it up, see what's there, make projects so I can share with people that maybe you're undecided. Do you want it or do you not? I again wrote on here, think of this as an exclusive suite because there are suite items in your advent calendar, which is going to kind of make it turn into a suite. So I really think you're going to be happy with it. And it's about the midpoint of a suite cost. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. Oh, let's see. And then my Stampin' Up class, or the Stampin' Up class, they're doing Christmas of or traditions of Christmas. So what I'm going to say is this is available for $30. I believe you get a video of the projects, or you can go watch them do the virtual video. You do not get kits. Okay, so it is just a video. You go and you can craft along. You need to have the suite. There's that. So that being said, I was asked quite a bit last time if I was going to be doing another Christmas video. And I actually had some people message me and say, are you going to do another Christmas video? And I was not, because I'm leaving in October to go on my yearly birthday retreat. And I'm also going to go to Backstage in November. So I'm going to be gone. I'm going to have family in town. I'm helping babysit a little bit more. Not babysit, according to my son. Watch my grandchildren, be with my grandchildren. So he is going back to school. So that helps his wife because she's working too. Anyway, so I'll be watching Brewer and just a busy schedule. But I really wanted to do a class with the traditions of Christmas. So not to step on Stampin' Up's toes, but I wanted to ask if you guys, and I asked my class on video, so you'll see it when you see your class video. I'm thinking of doing a traditions in Christmas because that's the one I would have chosen, a video and PDF for you. So it would be a class just like I offer, but you won't get the kits. So I know that's a big deal. It's only going to be $25. So just like my PDF and video link you get after class is over, and then let's say you have the pair suite and you want to take that class and you want to know, what do I do with this suite? And I create a class. I want to create a class for Christmas of Traditions. It'll only be $25, but you will also get the suite, or excuse me, you will get the PDF and video link, okay, to that. So just kind of like I do that, you'll get it with this. So that being said, also, I'm still going to keep it the same. Obviously, you buy the suite from me, the class is free. So we'll keep it the same. I will get the sign up for that because I keep hearing people, thank you, Margie. A lot of people want to do it, and I love this suite. So I want to share it with you and do some fun cards with it. So let's see. I did watch someone open the advent calendar. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Oh, Deb, good to know. I saw somebody post it, but I just don't know that I want to open my own. So, but I'm going to open it on a video. So, yes, for the class. Yes, on the class. Okay, great. Perfect. It's a beautiful suite. So if you don't have it, I'd love for you to purchase it from me. It is the Traditions of Christmas, and we're going to cheat. We're going to use their number. The suite number is 165877. I will get a flyer and everything up and get the sign up and everything in the next couple of days. I want to get this class out first for you guys. Okay. Okay, good. Perfect. So we'll do the class. Yay. Because I want to play with that suite some more. If you guys saw my Facebook page, you see I have been playing with that suite quite a bit. So, I love it. All right, let's see. Anything else? When you register for my classes now, when you go to my blog, you're going to go see this instead of add to cart. You do not any longer have to click on the text below the picture. Just go ahead and click on register here. If you accidentally click on the text, you're just going to be, there's going to be another box that says click here to register, and you're going to click on that same box. So just click on register here. It takes you right over to a new page to register, and you'll just register and pay all in one place. You don't have to add it to cart, or it won't take you to another location. Just do it there. It's all PayPal or credit card. So you can do that there. Oh, I have seen that in calendar items. They're so good. Okay, so several of you have seen that. Okay. Okay. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Okay. So I just want to make sure I have everything here, and it looks like we do. Of course, the paper pumpkin right now is awesome. You have until the 10th of October to sign up for that. We have 2 days left for this year's calendar with Stamping Up. Yay! I did sign up for Ella Fine's class. Did you, Carol? Yes, you did. Yes. Easy peasy registration. Yay, Margie. Remember, if you're a team member, I have changed the registration now. So you're going to either, like, let's just say for bingo, you're going to choose bingo or bingo team member. Okay. That's going to give you your discount price already when you register. Okay. So make sure that when you register, you choose the team member one if you're a team member. If you are not a team member, please don't choose that, because that will not qualify you for class until you pay the difference. Okay. Good evening, crafters and Marcie. Hello from Indiana. I really need a new CC, a new credit card. Is that what you need? Okay. Let's see. I think that's it. We're going to jump in because this is going to be a little bit lengthy. This is the bonus project for the class. Just so you know, there are still class kits available. I am going to show you all of the kit at the end of the video. So if you do not want to have a spoil and you earned the kit already, or you got the kit already, it is going to be coming your way. Shipping out tomorrow. So please, I will warn you if you don't want to see the rest of the kit until you get it. But you will be getting your PDF and your video link tonight or tomorrow. Okay, tonight or tomorrow. We've got a family member that's ill and not doing well at all. So it's really kind of bad. So I'm hoping tonight or tomorrow, okay, to get that out to you. So just so that's said. It's actually my kids' family. So Patty, yay, the join special. You know what? Thank you, Patty. I'm going to just say this really quick because it is 2 days away. It is happening on Wednesday, which is the day that I am doing my next video. But let me just quickly tell you, I highly, highly suggest the $35 sign up, because you're going to get $90. Okay. The $99 one, you're still going to get $90. The reason I'm saying do the $35 one, number one, you're still going to get your $99 in product, but then you can turn around, you can purchase the rest of what you want or another order or whatever, and you're going to get 20% off. You're going to get Stampin' rewards, and you're going to start meeting your quota right away. Okay. So those are 3 great reasons right there. Why join? You're going to get to see not only a holiday catalog at 20% off, you're going to get to see and pre-order the new online exclusives that are coming. You're going to get to see and pre-order the January catalog that is coming. And then you're going to stay active through March. Okay. So October, November, December, any money that you buy or purchase through this time, okay, will go towards your first official quarter, which is January through March. All right. So let's say you do 200 this quarter. That next quarter, you want to do 100. Let's say you only do 50. You always have that grace period. Okay. So April is your grace period. And what happens? We get to pre-order the brand new catalog. So joining now, getting a discount, earning Stampin' rewards. We get Stampin' rewards just like customers do, but we get a discount. And then your discount can grow if you choose for your title or whatever to grow. We know how that works. So anyway, hi, Stacy. So anyway, an awesome time to join on Wednesday. Don't join today. Wait till Wednesday, because you're going to get $90 instead of $26. You're going to get $90. and then you're going to get to pre-order and all that good stuff. So it's a fantastic time to join, and obviously I would love to have you on my team. All right, so let's now get started because I'm super excited. All right, so I'm going to show you the bonus project. All right, it is a banner. Right, so I'm going to tell you some tips and tricks. I don't know if my screen's going to be able to show it all. Let me see. I was going to hang it up behind me, but it was just kind of small. You really couldn't see it. So I'm going to try to curl it a little bit. So in the video and on my Facebook, I told you guys, I really recommend that you get this Merry Christmas stamp. And this is why. Okay. Now, it is an amazing, it's beautiful font. It's easy to read. I love it. And so this is what I used it for. If you choose to use something in your stash, that is fine. You just kind of want to make it big, okay? If you have something a little smaller, then you may want to take one of your snowflake stamps and kind of, help, bring maybe instead of these behind, stamp here and put it behind, or there's different things that you could do with it. So keep that in mind. But this is absolutely perfect, and I send you these panels, and so that is the perfect size, and I love it. So I highly recommend that you get this. Okay, we're going to go one panel at a time, and it is I'm going to show you my tips and tricks about putting this together. Okay, and we're going to and like I said, you'll see the rest of the projects at the end. So what I'm going to do is fold this up, and we are going to start right here. We're going to make the whole thing. All right. So the first thing I will tell you is I already did my first 4. Okay. So there's 5 panels. So this is what I'm talking about. All this paper to cut and emboss and everything. You will get also this package. Okay. So these are ready to go. I just need to do these on after so many kits, but I've got a lot that I could still, send out tomorrow that aren't purchased yet. So just keep that in mind. All right. So we're going to set those aside. I'm going to show you how to do this one. Okay. And then we're going to get started. So we are just going to turn this over. And I like to put my dimensionals right by the embossing. Okay, you don't want it too close to the edge. We've got to punch our holes and everything. All right, so we are going to go to the corners. All right. All right, and you could probably go down a little farther if you want to down there, but really don't need to. All right, so I'm going to kind of come in here. I want them all popped up nicely. Some support. Remember, this is something that you're probably going to fold up and put away, and then you're going to want to come back to someday. I'm going to move this one down just a tad. I don't think it's down far enough. See if I can get it off. And I can't, so we're going to roll it. I did get a new video program, and I explained that in the class, so I am super excited about it. It allows me to record a video at a time if I want to, and then I just put them all together. It's really nice. All right, so we're going to do this and put that on. Because doing a class, it is a long, it's 2-3 hours. Sometimes is long or longer than bingo. So it's kind of nice that it's kind of broke up. I mean, during bingo, if I had to jump up, I would just have to jump up. But you guys could talk amongst yourselves, right? But during a video, it would just be dead silent. So it's kind of nice. All right, we're going to go ahead and put our glasses on so we can see. All right, and then we're going to put this on. I like to look at the bottom, kind of get an idea about the spacing, and then just slide it a tiny bit up. Okay, so you have that nice spacing around, but you also want to check here because it's easy to get it kind of crooked. All right, so there we go. Now, we are going to go ahead and punch our holes. I have a 1/4 inch punch. This is we are memory keepers, and it's a 1/4 inch. And so what I like to do is, here is where it's at, and I slide it in, and I put this along the white, okay? And I've measured that down just, I don't know, it is let's just guess about an inch. Okay, it's about an inch down. And so what I do is I'm just going to go right here. See how I have it right along, it's right along the white. And I'm going to punch that. And then I'm going to do the same on this side and go right along and punch that. So there we go. There's our punches. So can anyone join bingo? Gretchen, as long as you are in the US, absolutely. There is a link below that you can check out all the details. All right. So there's that. Now we're going to open this up. Okay, and we're going to move this over here to the right because I have other things. Remember, this is a class that is product based and you're going to have to do some items, okay? But you're going to see that some of these items, you're going to get a big piece of bedazzle paper with these things in it, okay? I'm going to tell you that bedazzle with this fine detail is a little sticky about trying to get them out. So they do go out because I went through and kind of punched them all just to make sure that they were going through. But this is the bedazzle and it has those little strings in it. So you might come across a little bit that you might have to kind of do a little snip. So be careful, don't pull it. Just turn it over if you need to so you can see the back and maybe snip that way. It's just a little easier to see because it's going to be, it is a little bit of a tricky thing here. All right. So we're going to need this. So that's in your gold package. All right. You're also going to need, let's see, oh, your little star. So this is the stuff you're going to have to do. And that's why you need the set, okay? So I'm going to need this little star. I need that. I need the circle. I need a bow. Let's move this out a little bit. Okay, we need that. Let's go back in here and look for our, okay, here's our other little gold star. And so this is why you're going to need the DSP. And I tell you in your class video, if I stamped an image for a project and you say, oh, I want paper from the DSP instead, I don't want to stamp it, that's fine. But just, I would put the cards together, wait until you get to the end, and then see what you have left over. Because we use, we don't use a whole lot. So I'm sure you'll have enough. But I just want you to for sure have enough. So I got to look for my other star. Oh, what happened to this guy? Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm missing, or 1, 2, 3. I'm missing my other one. He's in here hiding because I know I put him in here. Here we go. Here he is. So you're going to pull this guy and these guys off of your gold, but you're also going to have this one, which is on one of your other panels. Okay, so you're going to have the 2 large and these little guys right here. So you're going to have those for your banner. Hold on 1 second. I need to turn my air down. I forgot to do that. I always forget because it is all warm in here. Okay. All right. So we have that. And then you're going to need your one of the larger snowflakes. Okay. You're going to need in here, in your package that I send you, you're going to need your acorn. Oh my gosh. I called it an acorn through the whole video. It's a pine cone, not an acorn. You're going to need 2 of them. Okay, so there's 2. There's your joy. We're going to need the large pine. Okay, and then we're going to need to also probably poke out your little pieces right here. You poking out 2 of these versus me poking out a whole bunch is kind of a little bit better. All right, so there's that. And then you're going to get 2 of these. Now, it comes with 3, and I think I've showed you before that it goes like this, right? An X, all right? And then normally you would do one down the middle, okay? But as you notice on here, you don't see them all. You see this one and one this way because of your pine cones. So why die cut another one, right? if you're die cutting, especially multiple like this, I would just do your 2 because that's all you're going to see anyway. All right, so we're going to move the rest of this back over. We're going to use this. So I'm going to set this aside really quick, and we are going to just adhere our pine cones. I had a talk with my husband. We were talking about him retiring, and I said, now don't forget, I'm so worried he's going to always be in here like, what are we doing? Where are we going? What's going on? I'm like, let's schedule a day. Maybe we'll take a day off to do this or that, or have our day or whatever, or plan stuff. I don't care if it's planned. But he's the type that's like, hey, let's go do this. Let's go do that. And I'm like, I know you think that this is my job and I need to get away, which it is. I go, but it's also my hobby. And I absolutely love doing what I do. So you just got to give me some morning time. I'm not going to I'm not as available to just run and go somewhere. So just pretend I'm at work. I'm giving him a bad time because I told him he's going to get bored, which he won't. He's got so many hobbies. I'll probably never see him. All right, so there's one. Set that over there. Oops, I'm going to slide that down a little bit. I like to use the glue just so you give yourself some time there. All right, this one. Okay, Lisa. All right, so I just kind of go around, put my little glue everywhere. There we go. And if there's a little bit of white, just go like that. It dries clear anyway. You're not going to really see it. Okay, so there are those. All right, and the next thing to do is we're going to bring this in. And let's go ahead and adhere our snowflake down. So I took one of these little, let me move this up just a tad. I tend to work down close to me, so I want to make sure you can see it. We're going to put this just going off the edge just a tiny bit, and this just going really close down here, okay? So let's go ahead and add that. And you've got a lot of spaces that you could just add your glue. I do go on every little, especially towards the end here, because this is going to be hanging up and put away and folded up, and you just want to make sure that this stays adhered down and doesn't catch. So I just put a little bit of glue, and then it's got this thicker part here that you can add. So I just put a little on the edges. And you don't have to like fill it up, just add a little here and there down so if it doesn't go solid, don't worry about that. You don't need that. You just need something for it to stick to, right? It's such a big project. I can bring you in closer, but I think you know about how to glue. So I'm just gonna keep it up far for now, so you can kind of see what's going on here. All right, so there we go. So now I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to try not to grab the edges, because that's where, you kind of have to grab it like here, because I want those edges to stay wet so they go down really well. Okay, so we're going to bring that in to where this goes right here towards the center, and this barely goes off right there. Okay, because you want to leave yourself plenty of space up above. All right, now if you notice, this is embossed. Okay, so you got to be really careful. Okay, just make sure that's all down. Now, once that gets tacky and starts to dry, then you can really kind of go in and push it down some. But we're also going to be adding this on top. So I just did the 3 on the middle, but I'm going to add more because I want to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. I was kind of had some extra in my hand. I just kind of threw some on some of these. I like to make sure I know that these aren't going to go anywhere. Again, you're going to be folding them up, putting them away, bringing them out. And you want to make sure any kind of home decor type stuff, I add a lot. I don't want it to go anywhere or fall off or be an issue. So we're just going to add a lot so it's nice and secure. When I started this, I thought, oh, we'll just do a little small something. And I didn't like it as well. I was like, nope, we got to do it right. All right, so we're going to bring this in. Now, if you do this, the long on the long, you're going to see the short. If you do it this way, you're not going to see the short because you're covering them up. So what I did is I just kind of went off a little bit. So whatever you want to do, I went off a little so I can still see the gold around, but I can still see the big ones. So whatever works for you, then do that. The embossing folder is the new Peaceful Greenery. If I remember correctly, this may come with the Traditions of Christmas. You guys might want to correct me. I can't remember, but I think this comes with Traditions of Christmas. All right. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to glue this down. So I'm going to bring my tweezers in. I'm going to think, okay, I'm going to glue this down like this. So I'm going to grab the thick part right there, just on the very, very edge. And I put that in my right hand because I know that that's how I'm going to put it down. So there we go. But then I hold it with my left because I'm right-handed. And I just want to make sure that this is going to glue down. Okay, you want to put a decent amount in the middle, not a whole lot, but remember it's going on top of the embossed piece. So I just make sure I do a little line down everything. This one skipped a little, so I'm going to make sure I fill that in. All right, so we're going to put this, and you can see the center right here. We're just going to go right here. All right, and then just push that down. All right, the next one we're going to do is we are going to go up and down. Same thing, glue. I use liquid glue because it just seems like it's a forever glue. Anytime I do a 3D, I really like to use liquid. All right. And now my pine cones, so we're going to do our 2 pine cones. I'm going to take the large dimensionals here and one here. And then I'm going to cut one right here, or you can use the mini. But I have these right here. I'm going to put that right here. All right, again, nice and secure. So we have that. So those are ready to go. These are going to go like this. Okay, so we want to put this one like this. All right, so we're going to go slanted that way. Okay, we're going to all right, so there we go. We're going to add that right about there. Just align the circles on top of each other, and then you can kind of, move that just to where you want it. All right, you're covering that center up anyway, so that's good. All right, now let's do, so see, instead of die cutting those, if you're just doing one and you want to put that other one on there, do it. Because, oh, Peaceful Garden. Thank you, Linda. Now we're not going to see it, and I had a whole bunch of these to cut out, which I could have had you guys cut out because, did I miss a, yeah, I did. I could, because it was part of the suite, but we did it for you. So a lot of it we did do for you. You could have die cut all this out, but really we had you do the DSP stuff. All right, so this is gonna, now you're gonna want to leave that green, okay? Because that's where your bow is gonna go. So here's my bow, but I don't want my tails that long. If, you know, whatever you want to do. I like them a little shorter. So always I use a glue dot. Okay. Now, this came from that other set, Snowy Delight, I think. So Snowy Kisses or Snowflake Kisses and Snowy Delight. I used a few of the items from that, but I provided them for you. But if they're not in your set, those are the two it probably came from. Just so you know. All right, we're going to stick that there. So my glue dot is helping keep it in place. And then I have glue on my bow so it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, now let's do this. Now, did you guys know on this ephemera that it has sticky on the back? And it's pretty darn thick. When you get this, check it out. The ephemera is really, really cool. All right, so it sticks, and it sticks very well. So I'm going to stick this on, put it on your pokey tool or put it on your take your pick, whatever, and then just kind of go down here and do a little centering right there. And now we're going to add dimensionals here. And I'm going to do 3. Again, I always do over on 3D projects. Okay, I want to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. If it was a card, I'd probably do 1, maybe 2. All right, pick that up, put this straight, and just put that right there in the center. That's good. Now remember, my snowflake is kind of cattywampus because I want to see all the gold, you know, more gold. So you don't have to have it straight up and down or straight left and right. It's whatever you choose. Snowflakes fall different ways, right? Okay, so we are going to put a large snowflake here. There's a lot of white right there. So I'm going to take the large one, and I'm going to put a little bit on the edges. Uh-oh. Hello. I should have wiped the tip off. Okay, we're going to add a little bit on the edges. All right, and then in the middle, I already have glue right there. So we are going to take it there and put it down. Okay, and I'm not going to squish it down. I'm just going to leave it there for right now. And then I'm going to take one right here. Oh, let me wipe this. I'm going to take this and go about right here. I'm going to do one up here, which is on top of the leaves. So I'm going to do a bit of glue right there. And then I'm going to do just a little bit, a little right there. These are a lot smaller. So if you wanted, you could do glue coming out of these. And so I am going to do it on the big one, but the little one, there's just no reason to do that. Okay. So we're going to put that over. Don't hold it over your project because you don't want it to fall. And I'm just going to put that down. And now just take the little guys and put them around. All right, so there we go. That's our first one. Okay, so I'm going to wait for those to dry just a bit. Then what I do is I take the back of my pokey tool, or you could take the end of whatever you've got going, and this one has a little extra glitter sticking off of it, but that's fine. This is the one that I put a little extra glue on because it is on the bumpy part. All right, so that is the first panel. So look at that. Now, if you're watching this and you didn't take the class, you could always turn this into a card. Okay, so we're going to move that one aside. So that is number 1. And now we will move on to number 2. All right, so we're going to turn this over and go to number 2. So number 2, so again, we're going to bring that in, do the same thing with your hole punch, do exactly the same. You want all your hole punches about the same. So if you need to mark them on the back, you can go down an inch, you know, and in, let's see how much I did, and in a half an inch. A half an inch is right through the middle of the circle. And then if you go down, okay, it's a half an inch down and a half an inch that way. My thing here is down to an inch here when you measure from the top to here, but the hole goes right in the middle. So it's a half an inch down, half an inch in, okay, is what I did. All right. So for the second one, we are going to need, I already cut these out. These are going to be in your package of stuff that I give you. So you don't need those. Just those 2 stars and the little stars are going to be or snowflakes are going to be what's in that other one. But you are going to need to cut the smaller snowflake, okay, out of the elegant pine. So we have that 1, 2, and 3, and I give you the paper to do it. So you'll get a large piece of, it's a half a sheet, I believe, of the shaded spruce. Okay, so we have our 3. You're going to need your snowflakes. So let me bring in our snowflakes. So there's 1. Well, maybe I don't have adhesive on all of them. 2, 3. So we have 2 of the old olive and 1 of the shaded spruce on the inside. So now go back in and get, and you know, mix and match whatever you choose. So I'm going to pull in our smaller size items. So we have 1 I did in the pine, and then this one here that looks like a jellyfish in, you know, whatever at the end. So right here we did 2 old olive. So I'm going to add the jellyfishy looking ones and go sideways on them. Okay. And it's just mix and match. It really doesn't matter. I try to mix up the colors a little bit. Then you're going to bring in your old olive on top of these, of the little ones. And that's all out of the DSP. And then I'm going to bring in the shaded spruce, kind of pretty peacock kind of color for that one. Okay, so let's put those together. So I just kind of lay them out first, kind of figure it out. And when you're doing your banner, what you might do is lay all of your 5 panels out, put everything where it needs to go, kind of see where you're at. These I do offset. So I do the short up against the long so that you can see some of your shaded spruce. Oops. Let's see. So you want your little ones to go up to your larger ones like that. And then you're going to take this one. See how I put the dimensionals all the way. That way they don't get, you know, catch on anything or get torn. Now I turn this a little sideways. And of course you have the DSP, choose whatever you want, whatever color combinations or anything that looks good to you. That does not look centered to me, so I'm going to pull that back up carefully. Very careful. And I'm going to do the center first. I'm going to look at these 2 and go right here and put that right on the center. Now I feel like that's better. All right, so there's that. And now we're going to take our little guy here. and put that in the center. Okay, so there's that one. Now let's take this one. All right, same thing. Little on the big ones. Okay, there's that. This one, it looks like I didn't put my little dimensionals on here. I think I cut these, yeah. I just do half ones, I think, on here. I want to be able to take it out next year and it look good. So I think I'm going to fold it up and I'll show you how I folded it, and then put it like in a Ziploc bag, put it in a dark, cool place. I'll probably put it in here somewhere, so I know it's not going to get too hot or too cold or anything outside. Not outside, but you know, in the garage. All right. I think I have a picture on here that I did this. I put it on my mantle. All right, so again, we're going to go right in the middle with the berries and to the side with these in between. And then we'll do this little guy. Now we haven't put our embellishments on. Let's see. But you're going to have embellishments too, so we'll do those all at one time. All right, now this one. So those two are the same. This one's a little bit different. Okay, did anybody see the movie Beautiful Journey at the theater? I think it just came out maybe a week ago. I have a funny story about that. My husband, we were going out to dinner Friday night for their birthdays because it was my grandson, my husband, and my grandson's other papa. They all went and we all went out to dinner. And so I told my husband, this is a movie I've been wanting to watch. And so I told my husband, you know what? We're going to be right there by the theater. We're going to go see this movie. And of course, he was just like, oh man, sounds like a Hallmark movie. I don't know. And I said, no, it'll be fine. It'll be interesting. I'm all about shows that travel in time and stuff that's like, you know, like somewhere in time, like movies like that, not like Star Trek kind of stuff. But I thought, no, it'll be good. So we went and I went online to buy the tickets. And when I put them in the cart to go pay, I was like, oh my gosh, these tickets are expensive. I obviously haven't been to the movies in a long time. So I even backed out and I went back in to go see, like, is this for real? Or am I in a super duper theater where the seats shake and, you know, whatever. Nope, it said standard. I was in a standard theater and I was like, all right. So I got the tickets, which was completely crazy. And I told my son at dinner, I said, man, we bought tickets for the movie tonight and I cannot believe the price. Because the last time I went to the movies, it was with my son and I think we paid like $18 a person. And, he said, oh yeah, you know, it's not cheap or whatever, but I didn't tell him how much it paid. Well, we get to the theater and come to find out we paid for the VIP tickets. It didn't say that, or at least I didn't see it say that. So anyway, that was an experience because we just had dinner. We weren't hungry. Your VIP gives you free popcorn, free drinks, free icy, free frosty ice creams, you know, whatever. So we were like, yeah, that's great. Okay. All right. So these are different, right? So we're going to do this one here, and this one up here. So let's go ahead and put this one in. So anyway, we found out why they cost so much. Well, we get to the theater to watch the movie, and it was not that great. So I was very, very sad. And my husband said he had a good nap. He slept through it, which I knew he would. But yeah, I was sad. It was not that great. So just so you know. All right, so we're going to put this one right here. You don't want to hang it off the side. You have plenty of room. All right, this one we're going to put here, but we're going to put our leaves on here. So you're going to have these leaves. We got to add gold, right? Got to have some gold. I don't want it sticking way out like that, but you know, bring it in. This one, think about it, it's like basically you're going to go from like this spot here up to the edge. Okay, so we're going to start with this leaf. And we are going to get our little thing here that's going to be holding this. And we are going to add our adhesive. And yes, I do it on every leaf, even if it's just a tiny bit. I try to go down the branch. Remember at the bottom part, it's going to be underneath. You're going to have dimensionals holding that down, so don't worry about that. But I put a little glue on everywhere just so I know. So we're going to start right about there and go here. So you just want your leaf to go under, okay? And then let that go. All right? And then this leaf, I want it fairly short, so I'm going to go like up to that leaf right there, that second leaf. So we're going to go down here. Just add your glue. So we're going to go to the second leaf here and come out kind of right on top of these leaves like you're going towards that corner right there. So we're just going to go like that. As long as you get that covered up right here is fine. All right, so we'll push that down a little bit more in a little bit. Oh, Gloria, yeah. I almost fell asleep too, to be honest. It was very slow. It was a very slow. I liked the idea of it, but they could have made it a lot better. Okay, I want this tip to go kind of, you know, in, because this looks really kind of washed out with this. I want this to go in just to kind of give it some color right here. And I want to see that just a little bit of embossed there. Now I'm just going to kind of push on those. I'm going to use this because I don't want to get glue all over my hand. I still have a lot to do. All right, so we're just going to push that on there like that. And now we have our let's move this mess out of the way here. Now we need our 3 green, our old olive, because there's a lot of shaded spruce on here. So we're going to use our old olive little snowflakes, okay? So let's just put those in there with dimensionals right here. And I push hard because it is embossed right there and we don't want these to go anywhere, right? I'm going to push this one down here. And this one here. Okay, so remember, we're going to embellish it all at the same time when we're done. So let me move all this off here. All right, so that's number 2. We need to still embellish, and we'll do that in just a bit. All right, so yay. Now, number 3, the main center one. Let's see, 1, 2, and 3. So here's number 3. So let's bring number 3 out. You are going to need your pretty green bow. You are going to need your white and your red this is from Branching Out dies, which are fabulous. All right, we're going to need this little white branch right here. All right, we're going to need 2 of your, let's see, it doesn't really matter what color. I don't know what I have in here. See, I think I just put a bunch. There's a green one. I did green on here, so maybe I did exact. There's green and green. So I have 2 greens. And then I have 2 of these. Okay, and then these, let me see where I'm at here. Oh, maybe I don't have enough cut. Oh, one flew out. Okay, well, we'll worry about that in a minute. All right, so we're going to have 2 of these that are going to go underneath. Now, you could cut these, and I think I may have on one of these. So let's set that aside. Let's put this up here, and let's do our stamping and our coloring. So we're going to stamp and we're going to color on these 2 things. So let me grab, we're going to want the light pecan pie. All right, light pecan pie. And you're going to want the dark real red. Okay, so dark pecan pie, light real red. Let's do that first. All right, let's just clean this off here. All right, so we have this. And so what we're going to do is take our pecan pie, and we're just going to go right around where the berries should go and just do all of the branch. Okay, so all of the branch. Let's see. I tried to buy the snowflake class and video and it wouldn't let me check out. We'll try again after the video. Oh, Gwen, I'm not sure why. Let me know what happens. It should. I haven't had any problems. All right, so we're just going to go like those are the berries. All right, so just here, let me go a little closer so you guys can see this. Let's see. There we go. A little closer. All right, so we're going to do all these. Now the ones that look like the berries halfway on the branch, I do a little bit of brown just so it makes it look like the berries kind of behind the branch. I'll show you when I'm done. This is super easy. Just take your time though. You can get going fast and then you're going to have brown berries. All right, so there's the brown. So see what I mean? Like this one right here. Like that one is a berry kind of behind the branch. So you want to just make sure you do that branch kind of across in front of it. All right, then I'm going to take, and I like to do the tip on both of these. And I'm just going to do my berry and make it kind of look round. Okay. And then here, if on that side one doesn't look round, that's okay because it's kind of behind the branch, right? So don't worry about that. But you don't want to leave white. So make sure you fill that in. All right. So this just kind of adds a little more to that panel. Now, what you could do too is once you do this, you could put this in Versamark and emboss it in clear. And I think that would help preserve it too a little longer for, I didn't do it on my original one, but maybe we'll try it. We should, huh? I'll do it. Because it would be nice to have it preserved. I have to take this one off somehow and do it. Okay. So there's that. So see, now we have our berries. All right. So I am going to do that. I'm going to take this, well, let's see. Let me grab my, this is clear. Might as well do this because I think it would help preserve it, especially on top of your, on a banner. Oh, I didn't finish the red. I can see it. When you put that on there, I can see white still, so I want to fix that. So let's put that there and get the red back. There's 2 berries, but I didn't go all the way down the side. Okay. So yeah, add that, put it on top of a dark paper or something, and you can definitely see it. If you missed, oh, look at that, 2 more. Yeah, you couldn't see it on the project probably, but you know, might as well fix it since we're right here. Okay, now let's do this. Now what I do is I bring out my Versamark, and I'm just going to take it across. Okay, we're going to take it across. I'm just going to lay it in here. And then I'm going to take this and pour it on top. Remember, you're going to have to put it back in the jar anyway. Who cares if you're pouring the whole jar or part of the jar? Right? I'm going to shake that. Then I am going to grab it at the end because I'm going to show you a trick that we're going to do. We're not using the end of this, okay? So let me just move this aside behind me. Oh, my glimmer trimmer is stuck. All right. I'm going to put this down and do it like this so it doesn't fly everywhere. Oh, I like this idea. I should have done that before. All right. Oh, I stuck it. Okay. So look how pretty that is. Now they're all shiny, and that's going to help preserve that. So we'll put that aside. And now let's do our stamping. And I don't even think I took this out yet. Let's do our Merry Christmas. And then I'm going to use my large E block to pick that up, corner to corner there. But I like to put it on straight, so it's straight on my paper. We're pretty straight. And then I'm going to pick it up as long as I can see it, okay, everywhere. And we are going to use Real Red. I like to really make sure it has a lot of red because I don't want to mess it up. I can tell that, and I've used this a lot, so that's why I'm like, oh, if I should have re-inked it. But all right, so there we go. Bring this in. All right, there we go. We have our Merry Christmas. Look how pretty. right, so we are going to put this on here. I kind of wish I could have done that a little. See how this one really looks dark and crisp, and it's because I should have re-inked, but I can fix that later. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to close this so I don't stick my hand in it. And add this to my panel. All right, we're going to put that on. All right, so now there's that. We're going to add our two little guys on here. One up here. Oh, I did them the opposite. You know why? Because we're going to do the larger ones behind it. So we're going to put that one there and this one down here. Okay. So make sure you re-ink your red ink pad. You're going to need it. All right, so now let's bring our panel back in. We're going to add our dimensionals on here. Again, I like to make sure I have it nice and solid. And I'm realizing right now what I should have done is put my snowflakes on the backing first. So let's look at this, and it's going to be this one and that one. That one looks like it's going to be okay, but this one we're going to have to fix it. So we're going to take that one off, and we're going to take our snowflake. Now this is totally up to you. If you want to do a half a snowflake, a full snowflake, whatever you want to do. I think I use two separate snowflakes right here. So it's whatever you want to die cut. Let me move this back out now. There we go. All right, so we are going to, oops. I knew I was going to do that. We are going to glue this right here. And I actually do want the berries to show right there a little bit. So I am going to just add glue right there. And I am going to add that right there. Okay. So there's part of one. And then we're going to take another one. And it looks like, oh, here it is. And we're going to take this one and we're going to put it on here. I'm not going to show that one because I don't have enough room down there on the corner. So what we're going to do with this is we are going to put this like right here. See how this one is? So we're going to add that here, and we are going to put dimensionals on the back. All right, so we'll put that. Having the point go down to the corner, and then the other parts of the snowflake just barely going over is fine. All right, then this one's on here. We're going to add a dimensional. I'm going to add two actually here on the inside. Oops. And then I'm going to add this one here, which already has the backing off because I just pulled it off. All right, so let's pull these off. Now remember, this one, this one already has dimensionals on it, so we're going to add one more right here. But this one, we're going to add glue. Okay, like we did over here. And we're going to just center this. You want it up. Now remember, if it goes off the panel, it's okay. Right? But you want to have it straight. All right, so I'm going to do that. Okay, and it's fine. It's all on the panel, so that's good. Oh, this one's a tiny bit over, but it's not going to catch on anything. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to take our 2 other gold leaves that's already included. All right, and we're going to put these like this. So same thing. Take this, add glue. Isn't this going to look so pretty on your mantle or over a doorway or whatever? All right, so we're going to put this kind of coming down a little bit and going up. Okay, so notice on this one, we're doing the gold down here like it's coming up, and then the twig here with the berries kind of doing that. Okay, so going the opposite. So we're going to do that one. Same thing. Right. We're going to go up on this one and pretty much close to the hole right there. Okay. There we go. Now, for the berries, what you're going to do is you're going to cross it in the middle. So what you want to do is you want to make this the top. Okay, see how you have 3 berries right here that are like here? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut right around that berry. Okay, so that that looks like the end and it looks like the same as this end. Okay, now you're going to take the end of your berries and you're going to put them to the inside. So we're going to put this one up here. It's a little shorter, and this one down here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add glue. Add it mostly at the bottom. All right, because you want it to kind of stick up a little bit. So we're going to add this in the middle and go upward. Okay, like that. So it's got glue up to here, and then it'll just kind of be upward. All right, and you can actually, pull it out a little bit. Remember, your bow's going to go right there, but as long as you see some right here, if you want to pull it out just a tad, pull it out. All right, so there's that one. And we're going to add more glue when we add our bow. So, and then this one is going to come downward. All right, so I added quite a bit of glue there. I'm going to add that right in the middle and then have this come down. Now, if you wanted to, you could add little dimensionals on there or, whatever. I'm just going to stick this down with glue. And we're going to add the bow with more glue so it will stick. Just give it some time. All right, because it's also going to have, we're going to add a dimensional in the middle. Just to kind of keep those 2 right there. All right, we'll take that off. Now we're going to add, I'm still going to put my glue dot on there. All right. All right, we're going to add that, and then we're going to add a bunch of glue. Now, if you wanted to add hot glue, you definitely could. Add a bunch of glue. You're going to do the glue dot right onto the dimensional, but I want my bow a little shorter. So I used my big scissors for something else. Okay. All right, so I have to tell you, with your bows, this one kind of frays. So if you wanted to take a lighter, which is what I did, I'm not going to do it on screen, but that's what I did with this one. So let me show you here. I took a lighter and I just lightly, I have my candle lighter and it stops it from fraying. So it's just a teeny tiny bit and it stopped it. I tied the ends of my red so that it also doesn't continue, doing any fraying. So those are two things to, keep in mind. All right, now we're going to take our bow and we're going to stick it right on there. All right. I didn't do a dimensional on that one, and I'm not sure I'm liking that. It's sticking up too high. So we're going to take that off. I didn't do it on the first one. I just thought, well, maybe it'll help it, but no, I don't like it. It's too high. I think then it'll have too many issues to fall off. So we're going to take that back off. So don't do that. I don't like it. So stick with your glue dot and glue. Right, glue dot. And I have plenty of glue already on there. There we go. And I have that extra glue because I got a little crazy. There we go. All right, so once this starts to dry a little bit, then you can really get your hands in there and push your branches down, but it stays just fine. Right? All right, so that is the next panel. We'll do the embellishments when we're done. So that one is done. We'll move that one aside, number 3. Number 4 is, I'm going to look and make sure we have all of our pieces here. So number 4, we're going to bring in our panel. We have 2 more sets of leaves. Oh, you're going to find these in your, let me back this up a little bit. You're going to find them. See how they're shiny on the back? They're just to reinforce. I just put them on the back. So what I did is I just took, get a clean one here. I put those in your package, so you'll have them for the back of each of your panels. So my hands are very sticky right now, but you're going to want to take those off and just put them on the back. And it just reinforces those so they don't rip. I just didn't do the first one I did because I wanted to show you. There we go. Okay, so now they're on there. So that'll kind of help reinforce those hole punches. All right, so this one, we're going to take our 2 branches. So we're going to have this one and this one you'll already have. We're going to take our large snowflake here. This one apparently I thought it needed a whole lot. We're going to take your large snowflake here. I just want to make sure we have everything. We're going to take this one and this one. We're going to take that and that and green and blue. So that's going to be on this one. So let's go ahead and adhere our snowflakes together. So same thing. This one needs some dimensionals. I'm realizing that we don't need them on the large ones because it's sticking out too far. You'll see what I mean. Don't do that. Do it in between on this one. You don't have to put this many. I just, like I said, I like to put a lot on 3D stuff. And I am going to put one on the middle because we put a lot of stuff on the middle. Okay. All right. Yeah, my hands are sticking everywhere. Okay, so we're going to take this off. And we are going to turn this just about right there. All right, we're going to add this in the middle. Again, you can add more dimensionals on it if you want. For the video, I'm going to go a little faster. I can go put those back in. Add this. Again, offset, you know, your, let's see this one. Your snowflakes. There you go. From the ones that are underneath. All right, and then this one will go in the corner, but we're going to take these off and then glue our gold down first. And you don't have to turn it over. Once you take these off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this like this, and it's going to go about right here. So I want to kind of get an idea where my gold is going to go because I want it to hang out a bit. So I want it to hang out like all the way over there. So it's going to be towards this first big kind of leaf right there, and then go towards the corner. So again, I'm going to get my tweezers here. All right, now we're going to go about right here. All right, there's one. And then this one, I'm guessing, is going to be about the same, but we can bring it down. So again, let's go like this and think, I want this tip to go right about there. So we're going to go up right about. So I'm going to bring this down. We're going to kind of fill in some of the white. So I want this one to go like right here where this 3 little thing is. It's going to go right about there. So again, so just kind of eyeball it, kind of see what, you know, where you want it to go, what you like the look. Give it a moment for that glue to get kind of tacky and then go back in and kind of, you know, make sure it's going down where you want it to go. All right, so I'm going to go right where this 3 is right here, and I'm going to go right about here. All right, now I'm going to leave that right there. I don't want to push it too hard. We'll come back. And then we're going to take our snowflake, and I'm going to go right about here. All right, now see, I could have pulled this one's down a little farther. See this one? And I could do that if I want, but I'm going to move this one in just a little bit to kind of help fill that up. So I could have pulled that down farther, but I didn't. All right, so now we have this one and this one. So let's add this. All right, we're going to go this way. Oops. We want the shorts to go on the long. So we see some of the shaded spruce on the background. Oh, I took it off already, but that's okay. So I'm going to bring this up. I want to see this right here on the corner a little bit. So I'm just going to bring it up a little bit, like right there. I don't know why I took that off. And then I'm going to come back and I'll do that. We'll just put that, but I would add them all over just to secure them. Although this is going to be pretty, you know, flat right there. I'm not too worried about that one. We're going to add this. Again, I like the points to go out so you can kind of see that. And then we're going to decorate these. Oh, that's the 4th panel. So that one's done until we put our embellishments on there. All right, so we'll move that. Now the last one we're going to have, it's going to be a lot like the first one at the top. All right, so here's our last one. So we're going to take, you're going to get this again. This is from that other set, same set these are from. Okay, and, but I die cut it out for you. This is that garden, this one's the garden green background, I believe. All right, so what we're going to do is add embellishment on our gold snowflake here. So we're going to, and not embellishments, dimensionals. So let's get our dimensionals and add them. And I think I just did a whole lot of small ones. So I'm just going to cut this row right here. And we're just going to put those on here and here. I just don't want, definitely these are a lot more delicate. You don't want them to get caught and break. I'm going to do the bigger ones here. You can tell these are a little bit bigger. And then the ones on the other side are a little smaller, which go perfect on the smaller ones. Oops. Bigger. Some of them, see, these are the bigger ones are on the bottom, smaller on the top. These are the opposite. So I'm going to do bigger ones first. Otherwise, it seems like it's getting confusing here. Bigger here, bigger at the top. So when you cut your dimensionals, just cut them a little bigger on one side than the other. All right, these are all my small ones. And notice I'm going with the shape of the flower, so I put the point of the dimensional going with the point of the flower because then it fits a little easier. I need a couple more big ones right there. I know this is probably kind of hard to see. Let me grab my mat. There we go. All right, so I need a couple more. Oh, these are pretty big. This will work. This is a smaller. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to do more. Let me get that out of the way. And I'm going to do them here in the center. And I'm going to do a large one in the center because we're going to put our embellishments there. But I'm going to do some here just to make sure it holds. I know it's a lot of little tedious work, but it'll be worth it because this way it's something you can bring out every year. Oh, there goes my kitty again. I always tell my husband, she's telling me that you're not feeding her. Our kitty's still sick, I think. My dog has a vet appointment this week and I'm going to try and get her in again. All right, so we're going to put this one, watch your points. Make sure you're pointing them along with the white piece, the flower piece, because then you can't see it from the front other than the center, and we're going to put an embellishment anyway. So that'll really help with your embellishment. So now we got to take all these off. I know, it's a pain, but it'll be worth it. So let's take all these off. And I think these branches are so delicate, I'd be afraid to take your pick tool or your pokey tool or whatever and try to pull them off. I wouldn't want them to break. So I'm just going to carefully try to get them off. Although holding this probably is better than trying to stick my hand in there. A lot of little dimensional backings. But it'll hold your, oh, we forgot one right there. It'll hold your project down nicely and secure so that you can bring it out again next year. Or if you're giving it as a gift, you definitely want to make sure it's, oh gosh, I missed another one right here. See any other ones? No. Let's see, I need a smaller one. Here. It's pretty small. Anyway, you don't want it to fall apart. Break any of your snowflake branches off. Hi, Melanie. All right, just about done. Now, the other thing you could do is you could always, if you wanted to cut snowflakes out or anything like this, is put them on adhesive sheets if you don't want to do dimension. But I love the dimension of your banner. All right, you're going to do long with long. So I'm going to look at these two right here across from each other and look at the spacing. And then look up there, so I need to move it up a little bit, move it over a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of lay it down. And I think that looks okay. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and I did do this with dimension also. Yep. All right. Here we go. Like I said at the beginning, I'll show you guys all of the projects to my class at the end. If you've taken the class and you want to be surprised and you don't want to see them, I'll let you know before I show them. All right, so let's pull this, and I'm going to put this right in the middle, right about here. Okay. And then we're going to take our pine cone or pine needles again, right here. Do the same thing as we did in the front. Uh-oh, we're going to move this dimensional backing. It's not going to do me any good. Right. I just go right down the, like the, where the branch is. So here's the first one, and we're going to put it like right about here. All right, we take another one. So the same as the beginning, we're going to do it a little opposite, and I'll show you what I mean. We're going to do this one straight down the middle. Ah, it's sticking to my, should go pretty much straight up and down. Now the first one we did, remember, we did our pine cones going left to right this way. Okay, now we're going to do them this way. So that means we're going to take our branch and we're going to go this way, because now our pine cones are going to be this way. So again, wipe off the glue so it doesn't hold on to your pine needle. I have a lot of glue on here apparently. All right, so our pine needles are going to go this way. So we want, our pine cones, so we're going to go this way. Okay. We're going to do our pine cones again, just like we did the first ones. I'm going to wipe off the tip again because it gets a little gooey and it's harder to get the glue to come out nicely. Oh yeah, that would probably work. Lisa, that's a good idea. Hi Winifred, how are you? Yeah, that's a good idea. Or even like some press and seal where it's not too too strong, but strong enough to probably get those off. That's a good idea. All right, we're going to put our pine cone on our acorn, like I called it through the whole video. You guys are going to laugh. I kept saying acorn because I was just doing acorns for something else. All right. All right, so let's put our dimensionals on. Yay, almost done. Where did my, oh, here they are. I'm like, I know I didn't use a whole sheet already. Goes there. And then I'm going to cut mine in half. Add that here. All right. Remember when you put your pine cones on, you don't want to cover up that center spot. That is where your glue is going to go and your bow. So it needs to have that space for that bow to, see now it's getting kind of sticky. So just come in and push all that down. Okay, there's that. Now your bow is going to go there. I don't want my tails this long. I like them shorter. The bow doesn't need to be the whole thing, and you're going to have the ribbon to put your project together. So you don't need such a big red bow, okay? But I'm going to, of course, add my glue. All right, we're going to put that here. Dimensional, these are great to pick these up like this. All right, that's good. All right, so what I gave you is I gave you a full package. Okay, I know the suite comes with the, oh, I don't have them right here. Let me see. The suite comes with those really pretty, let me show you which ones they are so you know. I can find them. I've been using so many gems. Okay, let me just pull all my gems out. We can take a look. All right. We are going to be using the cherry cobbler and pearl berries. You in your suite will get these, the faceted snowflakes, and you can use these if you want. Totally up to you. I started out with the berries because I like the berries up here in the pine. But if you want to switch everything out to use your faceted snowflakes, you absolutely can. All right, so let me show you how I did it all. We're going to add our sentiment though here first. So let's get your backing off of your 'Tis the Season. All right, and this is going to go here. All right, this is dimensioned up and this is dimensioned up. So you're going to need to add your dimensional. Let me see here. We're going to put this right here. You're going to need to add your dimensional. Where's my, right here on the end. And I would add 2 of them. okay, because it's dimensioned twice and you have your embossed stuff right there. So I'm going to add 2 right on top of each other. All right. And I'm also going to add a large one. All right. So you have 2 dimensionals right there. So this is going to go right here. And this is dimensioned. Okay. So I'm going to add this right here. Right. Oops. That's on this side. Right here. All right. And then I'm going to add glue. Oh, no, I'm not. It's already got sticky. I forgot. So it's sticky already. So we're going to go and put this right, put it straight, put it right here. So you have, this is embossed. I mean, this is, it has a dimensional, so it's up. So this is going to go flat. Then you've got this space here that drops down 1. So you only need 1 dimensional there. And then here at the end, you have 2. And then that way your dimension, your sentiment is flat. Okay. So I hope that makes sense to you. Marcie, well, all the little, oh yeah, would be using the dies to cut the pieces from the DSP. Yes, you would be, Deb. Yes, just the ones, like not this one. I already did those. But like these all, yes, you would use it on the paper. It's super simple. It's really, really easy to do. And you would, yes, you would die cut those out. All right, so there's that. So let's go start with this one. Now I'm using a package that I have open that I have bits and pieces of because I gave all, you guys have brand new packages. So, and I've been using this with lots of stuff. So let's see if I have enough to finish this one. Otherwise, I've also have in the last year, took the white berries and all you do is take your stamping blends and color them, okay? So you can color those red if you need more red. Okay, we're going to put a 3 there. We're going to put 3 up here. And this one, I did 3 individual ones. So I'm just going to take these, and it looks like these were ones that were colored, which is fine. I'm just going to move those out a little ways from each other. They don't have to be in a group like this, okay? So it kind of mixes it up. So there's that one. This one, which is this one here. Okay, so this is, and then I'll show you how to put the ribbon on what I did. So this is the 4th one here, and I'm going to try and find 3s again if I have any. And I may have ran, okay, here's some. Looks like these are ones I colored also from last year that I had left over. So we're going to take those, see how they're all grouped together. All right, so we have those. So that's that one. Okay, we're going to come to this one, which is right here. And we're just going to take individual red, which I have right here. We're going to put one right here and one right here. So yes, if you took the little star snowflake ones, they would be really pretty too. And they are sparkly. You could even emboss this, this part if you wanted to. All right, so there's that one. This one has a lot of 3s. So let me see what I have left here. Here's some 3s. All right. I have more, but I want to make sure I have enough to send you guys. So there's a 3, a 3. All the ones are in, oops, this is crooked. All the ones are in the packages. They're ready to go. You're also going to get a spool of your red ribbon. So you can put your, oops, this one. Put those together. All right. Now on these, I put white. So take these white pearly, how pretty those are. They're pearly ones. So take these and just add on there. This one, this one, this one. But let me show you, if you take cherry cobbler, because that's what color that is. So just take cherry cobbler. All right. And let's see, we may need one of these 3 ones. Let me look. 1, 2, 3. On the last panel, I'm sure we do. So let's just do this one. We need one of them. So look at my cherry cobbler. You can tell I probably did this. So just put it on here. Get the berries all done. Let it dry. And you can even come in and make them a little darker if you want. Okay, so there you go. Super simple to do. All right. Okay, so this one is done. All right, and now the last panel, we're going to do 3. Oh, is this a single? No. So here, these are 3 individuals. So we're going to do, last time we put the 3 individuals over here. We're going to do the 3 individuals on the right side this time. And so they're just berries that are just kind of, there. And then we're going to go ahead, and this one is dry. Let me put a little more red on it. My brush has seen its day on here. And it's also probably wiping off a little bit. So kind of dry it. All right, we're going to take that and put that over here and just slide that on. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to push that on in a minute. I'm going to give it a second to dry. All right, so those are all my berries. Let me move these all out of the way. I can show you how to put it together. All right, so I am going to pull out my let me look here real quick. I am going to pull out my directions on my PDF really quickly because I want to give you the inches while I'm on video. It's on your PDF, but I'm going to give you the inches of your how much ribbon you need. Okay, so let me look real quick on the PDF. It's trying to take up my other screen. Is it too late to get this? No, Julie. There's a link below that says Elegant Pine Snowflake class. This is the bonus project for that class, and I'm mailing them out tomorrow. So there might be a couple, if it depends on how many we've sold, but there might be a couple that go like the next day because I might have to make your banners. All right, let me see if I can see it real quick. Oh, how funny. I put ribbon length. Oh, because, I forgot. Yes. So what I'm doing is I'm showing you how to do your ribbon length. That's what I did. So you're going to leave your ribbon on the spool when you do this, okay? But I'll tell you quickly, just so you have an idea. But I'm going to show you how I did it. But if you do 0, let's just kind of give you an idea how much I used. 20. Now I'm being a little forgiving here. 20, 40, 60, about 80 inches, okay, is what you're going to need for this. All right, so let me set that aside real quick. Oh, let me show you how I'm folding this up real quick so you know. I do it like this. I do it down like this, like this, like this. And then I did this one like this. That way they're all inward. They're all taken care of. When you put it away, I'm going to put them all flat so they're not catching on anything. And then I just took this ribbon down, this ribbon up. You know what I mean? Just like, or you could do it the opposite. That way you could tie it if you wanted to. I don't want to tie it, but I just wanted to kind of put them together. So I do them the same way. Show you. I do them like this. And then I'm just going to tuck it under here. Okay. So just kind of tuck it under, and then I'm probably going to put it in a bag or something. All right. So just so that's how it is, but we'll show it again in a second. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this in order. This goes in the middle. This one, this one's first. This one's last. Okay. So now Okay. So what I did is, you already poked your holes. Remember, they're 1/4 inch. Let me move my stuff out of the way here. Where did my ribbon go? Oh, here it is. All right. So you're going to take your ribbon. I don't know if I'm going to have any in my open package. You know what? I am going to do my open package because I'm going to have to send this one to somebody. So let's just hope that I have enough of this, which I should, because this is the one I used online. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring it all out. All right. And what I did is I'm going to put glue dots. Once you put this through, okay, so get your end and you want to start it. Where's my end? Okay, you want to start it and you want the shiny side up. Okay, so when you start it, I used, and maybe I'll drop one of these in your bag. So be looking for these. If I have enough, which I'm sure I do, I'll drop one of these in your bag. I haven't sealed them up yet. Put this through, okay, and hold on to it. You're going to pick this up and pull it through like this. And you're going to want the shiny side up. Okay, so just kind of be aware of that as you're going along. Okay, and then you're going to want to come through and you can twist, as you go, and then bring that through. All right, now you're going to want to bring a lot of that through. Okay, so we can have stuff to work at. And then that way you can set this down and you don't have to be moving it around anywhere. Lisa, putting tissue paper or even like a parchment paper or anything like that is a great idea, because it will help from everything kind of rubbing against each other. Okay, so I just threw, oh, here it is. I'm like, where did it go? All right, so, and you can actually bring this down quite a ways so that, it will go through. All right, so now you want to go back through, and I'm not going to worry about doing the shiny side up, especially on video. I did it in person. I mean, when I did it, I was kind of like this, like, okay, let's fix this. So this is shiny up. You want to look at this, go shiny up. You don't want to do anything yet until you're done putting through your ribbon, okay? Because we're going to do something else. We're going to do this, shiny up, okay? And it's going to go a ways, but this way you can set it down and you can still pull, but you got to be careful. Make sure you put your reinforcement things that I send you on first, okay? You don't want to lose those. So we'll worry about the shiny once we're all the way through. All right, so we're just going to do that for now. So you're going to go all the way through. Okay, so we're in the back. We're going to come forward. All right. So I'm going to come all the way forward. Take your next one, go in, and you could do it like this. Come back through, but only because you have your reinforcements there, right? Because the ribbon actually is really nice to work with. All right, then you're going to come through. Now I thought about the green. I thought that would be really pretty, but I think it would be way too thick. All right, so we're going to go back through. And one thing I don't like about banners is when they all slide down in the center and look funky. So I'm going to show you what I did. All right, let's pull that. And now we have this one. All right, up, oops, nope, down, down on the right, up on the left, okay? All right, like that. So what I did when I got to the end is I kind of figured out my mantle and what I wanted. So you still have, this is the second one I've done, and you still have some left. So you're going to have a lot of space, ribbon left. So when you get to the end, think about how long this is. Like, is this long enough? Yes, I want it to hang down and look pretty. Yes, you could, turn this into a bow over here on this side if you wanted. Put a bow there, pull it through. You could do whatever you want. But give yourself enough, because my mantle's this big. The banner's about this big. And so you want to, do you want to take it up and, how are you going to attach it? Think of those kinds of things. But having the bow, the ribbon hang down is really pretty. Look at it, curls and everything. Now, but what I did do is I took the end, okay, and you could just use a lighter and burn it, but I actually kind of liked bringing it through, make sure the shiny is on the outside, and then just bring it down into a knot. And yes, I did a small knot just so it doesn't fray. And then I did do my cut on the end. Okay, so that's what I did on my end. Now, I think this is a little long. I'm going to pull it through a little bit. Okay, now we're going to start doing our satin. All right, we want the satin shiny part to go towards the front. Okay, so do not add glue dots right here. You don't need to do that. However, this is the length I'm going to do, which is about 27 inches long on the side is what I'm doing. Okay, but I'm going to turn this over now. Okay, shiny side towards the front, both sides. I'm going to get my glue dots. And I'm going to do 2 glue dots. One right here. Just lift it up and put that there. Your ribbon won't twist and turn, and your panels won't fall down. Okay? Give this one a nice little tug. Not super tight, not crazy. You want to be able to lift it and put your glue dot underneath. Okay? So that's that one. Now, I'm going to come back over here to this one. And I'm going to pull this. Wow, look, I have glue dots everywhere. I mean, and glue. All right, we're going to pull this aside. And now you want to think about how much space do you want in between? That's the other thing you need to look at. So kind of go measure where you're going to put it. Or if you're going to give it to somebody, kind of get an idea. You want to give them enough space to where it hangs nicely. So for me, in between, from panel to panel, I did about an inch. That's from the shaded spruce to the shaded spruce, not the hole to hole or the size of the ribbon. From here to here, about an inch. Okay, so I'm going to move this back over. I'm going to bring this in because this is how I'm going to be measuring it. It's facing down. I'm going to bring this back over. I'm going to do the non-shiny facing down now. And I used my grid sheet actually when I did it. And I did an inch right there. Green to green, about an inch. It does not have to be exact, okay? Again, you're going to bring in your glue dots. All right, we're going to come right here. Press that one down. Tug on that one just slightly. I like to pull them up for them to be flat. So when I pull them up, I kind of pull quick and hard so that it comes up flat. Okay, so there's that now. I move that over. Now, next one. Okay, so notice the flat. You're looking at the raw side of your ribbon. All right, we're going to pull this. Okay, make sure you twist your pretty shiny side down. And then these are going to go like this. So pull that. Again, your reinforcements are really important. It kind of helps not rub the paper, but you don't want to do a whole lot of it. All right, so we're going to twist this. All right, I want an inch. So here and here, I'm going to pull that about there. So now we're an inch apart again. See how it gets easy, especially if you're doing it face down. When you measure your green so that you know that's what you're going to be looking at when this is right side up, or upside down, I should say. I'm going to fix my my shiny side here. Okay, there's your inch. All right, there's that. All right, so see, this is kind of one of the reasons I like to do the bonus projects on a separate video, because my video would have been forever long for my class. And this way you guys have this separate. It's going to be kind of lengthy. You know that when you do the bonus project, it's probably long. Or longer, I guess. All right, so there we go. Go to your inch mark. Shiny down. Make sure your shiny's down. Okay. An inch again. No, it doesn't have to be exact, but get yourself an idea of the spacing that you like. All right, we'll put that right here. Okay, inch. And we have one more. And then the end. Okay, so we're going to bring that down. Okay. And our last one. So your spool of thread is still intact. Okay, so that way you don't waste any. You know where you're at and how much you need. Okay, so here we go. Measure that out to an inch. Dot. Fix your shiny. I thought I needed the glue dots on the end on the front, but you do not. As long as you do this, you are good. All right, one more. All right, and then take this, measure 27 inches is what I did. 25, 26, 27. So right here, I'm going to tie this in a bow. Remember, shiny side outward. Do it kind of in a small. And of course, if it's like this one was a little longer than the other side, which means this one's probably 26 and a little less, and it doesn't matter. It's close. Okay, I don't want to forget to add these in your kits. Those right there. All right, so here we go. So we have your ribbon hanging down. All right, there's that, this, and this. All right, so there you go. There, I know it's hard to see. There's your banner. So let me show you a little bit better picture here. So I have this picture that I took, and you'll see this on your video in the class. So you'll have a good image that you can kind of look at. And then I did this. That's how it hangs at my house. And I don't show the red on the side because it's not Christmas. It's sitting up. I had something propping it up there to hold it. So I hope you guys like it. All right. So now are you guys ready for the class? Are you cutting the pieces? Sherry, everything in this will be cut for you other than the snowflakes from the DSP. And we did the pine cones and the pines. We did the gold. We did this. We did the ribbon. We did the banners. We did this. So yeah, I think it's just the DSP that you would need to cut. And then the dies come with the bundle. Okay. So there is that. So that is your bonus project. So let me show you. Oh, okay. So now see, I still have this ribbon to fix, but you still have quite a bit of ribbon. This is the second banner I did. Oh, look, I'm showing you here and you're not there. This is the second banner I did. Okay. So with this spool of ribbon, so you still have plenty of ribbon. And you're going to have a whole package of the cherry cobbler things. Okay, so are you ready for the other projects? If you have taken this class and registered for it, and I don't want to forget these, and you don't want to see the projects, the rest of the projects, until you get your PDF or video or your package in the mail, then look away because I'm going to show them now. We would need the Merry Christmas stamp. Julie, I highly recommend it. It's just a stamp. It's not a bundle or anything, so it's, not too expensive, but it's the perfect size and it's the perfect fit for that piece. If you have something else that you want to put on there, by all means, you do, whatever you want. This is what I chose because it was nice and big and bold, and I want people to see it from across the room. Don't forget, if you don't have this suite and the elegant pint, if you don't have this suite and you purchase it from me, you will get this class for free, but you still need to register on my blog, please, because that does help me keep track of the ordering and all of that good stuff. So, and I can tell that when your order comes in that you want the class. Okay, so here is project number 1. All right, here we go. Here's project number 1. And in the PDF, it tells you who I got the idea from. And I'm going to guess that this one was Peggy No, I believe. The fancy fold. So here we go. On this one, you will stamp. I give you paper. You will stamp these, and these are stamped. Okay, these are all stamped, and I tell you which ones I did. You could always use your DSP, but what I would do is I would definitely cut out your banner snowflakes first. If you only have one pack of paper, you should have plenty to do all of it out of the DSP, but just in case. You might want to get it all done and maybe not adhere your snowflakes until you're done with the projects, and then go back and decide what you want to stamp. And I just wanted to show you the different techniques you can do. The other thing that I forgot to mention during my video is you could always stamp this large snowflake, and then you could always stamp the smaller ones on that stamp so that it looks like the paper. So maybe do this one in and I show you, some different techniques with it, but you could always stamp it and dauber it and then use the smaller ones on the inside because you get space to stamp maybe in the cherry cobbler or real red or whatever you want to do. Anyway, so that's this one. Okay, so this panel, I will give you the measurements. You will learn to cut this paper and what the measurements are to cut this stuff off and everything. So you will use this, and I tried to use the stuff that wasn't the cutting, like your big snowflakes and stuff. Okay, so there's that one. This one is probably my favorite, and this one is from Attaway. I found that online. And so there's this one. And so you will get the white card base. It's all scored and cut for you. But I give you the template and everything, the measurements of everything, so you can recreate it if you'd like. And I give you the paper to cut out your pieces, and I give you the little snowflake paper, but this, again, you choose your paper on, the size and colors that you want to cut out. Okay, so there's that one. This one, again, I give you a template and measurements. And this one here was from Lisa, and I can't remember her last name. It starts with a Z, but it's on your paper. So this one, you can make a photo. I just put a little glue dot here. A lot of people like to send photo cards. So they could add a photo here. You could do a photo here. You could do a sentiment here and a photo or your writing here. You can make this a gift card holder. There's lots of different options for this fold that you can do. So I give you all of the measurements for that. And then, And then the last card is another super fancy one that I've seen a lot of, but I've not done myself. And so that is going to be this one. And so I call it the Triple Diamond Slimline. The person I saw was from a different country, had different sizes. So I kind of made it my own and made it sizes that we could use it. Again, you're going to stamp those, but you can also pull them out of the DSP. Okay. And so that's this one here. Okay. So those are your other 4 projects in this class, along with your banner. And so see if I can open the banner again so you can just get an idea. So these are all the items you will get. The only things you will do is you will do a little bit of stamping. I give you white paper. I give you shaded spruce to do, your some die cutting right here and right here. But I do the larger DSP, the larger snowflakes, and your leaves, your pine cones, all that other stuff. So there you go. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the bonus project, and I really hope those of you that purchased the class will love the class. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. You can ask on the video. I had mentioned if you comment on the video, other people may have the same question. So, or you can message me and ask me, and I will get back with you. So, oh, good. I'm glad you liked it, Deb. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing any questions. You guys are so welcome. So it was really fun. Like I said, I wanted to put it right up here behind me, but I didn't think you would be able to see it as well. But let me see if I can hold it up. So the banner was a lot of fun. And such a cute gift. Oh, here we are. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's all of them. There you go. Oh, good, Carol. I'm glad. So it's a lot of fun. One of the things I want to recommend is when you get your kit, the bedazzle piece, I mentioned this at the beginning, the bedazzle piece is, and before I forget, you're going to get this beautiful shimmery envelope to go with this because it's an odd size. So I try to give envelopes for odd sizes. Take your bedazzle piece and carefully poke your snowflakes out, and don't forget the 4 little ones. So you're going to have the 2 big ones, and then, so here's this. You're going to have this snowflake, this one, and these 4 little tiny, these guys here, here, and this one. And then you're going to have this one. Okay. So be very careful poking those out. There's string in the bedazzle that just doesn't like to cut and release very well. So you might get it all out. There might be a little piece. Don't tug at it. Take your scissors and turn it over. You could see through the white much better where the lines are than you can through the bedazzle. And then just snip it and it'll come right out and loosen up for you. So I made sure that all of them, I kind of poked in and made sure that, they cut all the way through, other than a few of those little lines in there. So just be really careful with that. But I just thought the bedazzle, did a lot for this project. So I really wanted to add that. So I told you I had a lot of bedazzle. Thanks, Paula, Carol. You are welcome. Thanks, Teresa. So enjoy it and make sure you ask any questions if you'd like. Again, let me know, leave a comment below what you think about the Advent calendar. I know a lot of you said you like to open it one day at a time, but I think I might do a private video of an opening, and then I will add to that probably some samples, and so I can just kind of give you an idea. I know a lot of people are like, I don't want to spend that money if I don't see it, if I don't know what it is. But people are saying they saw it and they loved it, which I can't wait to see it. I can't do it a day at a time. That's 2 months or more away. So no, I'm going to open it. But I won't do it on a public video. I was thinking I was going to, and just make the cover photo like, hey, this is what I'm doing. So don't look if you don't want to. But then I decided people may just turn it on live and So I might just do a private video. If you want to see it, I can send you the link. Oh, good. I'm glad, Susan. Gwen, I'll go look at it right now and see what's going on. So message me on Facebook or something, and I'll take a look and see what's going on and make sure you get your order to come in. If you got a PayPal receipt or a check receipt, you should be fine. So, all right, everybody, have a fantastic rest of your week. I will see you on October 1st. It's going to be the first day of the new year for Stampin' Up. 2 more days here. If you're a demonstrator, don't forget, make sure you've met your quota so you can stay current, because you're going to want to. At the beginning, I explained a little bit about joining and what your perks are going to be if you join now. You do not have to meet your quota until end of April. Should be March, but April is a pending month, and you're going to get a lot of pre-ordering of lots of goodies. So October 1st is definitely the time to join. And at the beginning of this video, I explained why I think the $35 deal is the better deal. So let me just leave you with this. Have a great, 35. A great rest of your week, or beginning of your week, I guess. And we'll see you Wednesday night. Bye, everybody.